Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great and welcome to your daily update on Bitcoin. The situation is practically the same as yesterday, all right? If we're just looking at the technicals, I mean, it looks pretty funny because we really haven't had any movement, all right? Well, a little bit of movement, but it's mostly been a whole bunch of nothing. All right, and if you look at the open interest, we saw a bit of a sell-off yesterday, or at least some positions were closed. That's normal. It's the weekend. That's what you usually see. But what this means is that we're going to get some huge volatility. All right, and I'll tell you what I expect. But in general, I must tell you that it's very hard to predict which way the real moves will be. All right, because what you see now is that the volume is $11 billion. It's down a lot. Like the last time we saw volume like this is actually quite some time ago. I mean, it might even be months ago, because I know the last month the volume was also quite low, but I haven't seen it this low for a long time. Which is, I mean, in the end, that's a bearish sign of the markets, because in very bullish market circumstances, even the weekends are filled with volume. So maybe a slight bearish confirmation. It's also just a confirmation and a sign of the times, right? I mean, we're entering the summer. The summer is usually more illiquid. There's less liquidity, there's less volume. So it's also not the end of the world. But what it does mean is that when the volume is so low, it's very easy to make the price move with less money. So that's why I'm telling you, I think we're going to get that volatility and the real direction, because in the end, Bitcoin right now is still consolidating, right? Right here between, let's say, 66,000 and 69,500. And what we're looking for is some sort of a real break out of that consolidation, followed by a real direction. And the real direction, well, I have my ideas and I'll tell them, but it's very hard from a market situation like this to really accurately predict that. Now, if we look at Bitcoin, one of the best things to do, I think, is look at some liquidity levels right now, liquidity zones around the price, because what tends to happen is that both of them just get crapped. So, for example, right now, towards 66,000, there's most liquidity, and then there's quite a lot up to 70. All right, so, or at least 70, but 68,500 as well up here. So what I expect is just some very rapid up and down volatility. And I would say it's more likely to actually get a drop into this major support level between 66,600 and 65,000 right here. All right, that's a major support level. We've been kind of moving towards that for the last week or so. And now that we also know that most of the liquidity is to the downside, and then apart from that, there's usually some sort of, I already said this yesterday, but there's usually some sort of a magnet to very strong technical support levels, which this level for sure is. So what I think is most likely is just a spike up and down. And then I think tomorrow we'll be able to more accurately say whether we can actually get some real bullish momentum again up to 71,500, which I still think that's most likely for June to get more bullish momentum. But if we don't get a very strong bounce from that support level after the spike down, we could turn bearish as well. Who knows? I mean, don't forget that on the daily time frame, you could still very much see this current situation as a consolidation where we hit the top of the consolidation. So then it's most likely that we'll drop down to the bottom of the consolidation. One of the ways to see it. Not the way I see it right now. I think it's more likely to actually hold that support and actually get some bullish momentum up to the top again. But we'll see. I'll keep you updated. For now, that's what you need to know. So thank you for watching. Take care and bye.